Well, sis, Puffy in trouble again.
Mm.
Puffy is under federal investigation. Federal agents executed a search warrant at Combs properties in both Los Angeles and Miami. They've interviewed multiple subjects, and their allegations are they're general, and so we don't know what the specifics are. But they're sex trafficking, sex assault, solicitation, and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms.
Yeah.
Federal agents executed the warrants at Combs properties. I've already said that in Los Angeles and Miami. This investigation comes after waves of lawsuits filed against them since November. You had the lawsuit with Cassie, in which the lawsuit alleged that she was trafficked, raped, beaten by Combs for over 10 years. And then you have other lawsuits, multiple lawsuits filed against Combs dating back to the 90s, which he founded the record label Bad Boy Records. These lawsuits accuse him of various misconduct, including sex trafficking, sex abuse, and rape. Of course, Sean, Puffy, P. Daddy Combs has strongly denied all the allegations, and his attorneys have called them baseless, sickening, and they used the term that has become real prevalent. Not fake news. Which term do you think it is? Not fake news, but it's a term that our former president uses all the time.
Oh Lord, not a witch hunt.
Yes,
please.
They've said witch hunt. They've said witch hunt. Technically, he has not been formally charged or accused. These are just allegations, right? But he's under investigation.
Yeah.
So this is what he got going on. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and she was like, "Did you hear Puffy is in like some country where he can't get extradited?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, what? No, that's not true." No. I just found out about this. I just read about this. And I was like, no, I mean, the night it happened, which was Monday night, I was like, the night it happened, they were tracking a plane that was leaving California that was going to go to, I think, somewhere in the Caribbean where there was no extradition. But it was later proven that night that Puffy was in Miami when they were raiding his homes in Los Angeles.
Yes, he was he was in Florida. He wasn't in his Miami home, but he was in Florida.
He was in Florida. And they were like, no, that's not true. And I was like, no, it absolutely is true.
Yeah, read the newspaper.
So my problem is that the way people get their information, people throw out accusations. And this person I was talking about was throwing out these accusations. And I was like, none of this is what he's been accused of. There are rumors that he used to have these freak parties. There are rumors that he's been with underage people, and these allegations were enough and valid enough for the FBI to start an investigation. And let me explain something to y'all people that if y'all don't understand the FBI. If the FBI is investigating you and they raid your home, they pretty much already got the basis of what happened.
Yes.
They're just collecting evidence to shore up their case. Because if they bring you before a judge, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be found guilty. The FBI is very thorough.
Because what you have to understand is these raids require a warrant.
Right.
And a warrant must be signed off on by a judge who hears the case that they have so far and thinks that it would be lawful and prudent to search this person's property. It is incredibly difficult to get a warrant. You have to have a case. Like, you have to have a case.
Right.
And so
nowadays, it was back in the time, the good old boy system, you know.
Well, they just kick the door open.
Back in the day. Yeah, back in the day. But now you need that warrant.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get that warrant. And so if they had enough for a warrant for not one, but 2 of his homes on different coasts.
Right. Like it wasn't
one judge didn't sign off on a warrant for LA and Miami. They don't have jurisdiction over that. I had to get 2 judges to sign off, one in Miami and one in California and LA. So it's like, baby, like they have something on this man. They just need the evidence, like you said.
Well, his handler got caught. That is something that happened. His handler got
Yes.
caught in Miami, and it was the first time I've ever heard of pink cocaine.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, I never knew about that. For those
You
people that
know,
don't know about that, that's cocaine and ecstasy, which is, as Rick James said, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
right.
Adding ecstasy to it,
It's
you
like,
know,
what?
yeah.
Um, but that's rich people stuff. There are things that we don't know being in certain tax brackets. But I think that's a lot of why, like, first of all, any woman who was of age in the 90s knows that it was a hard time to be a woman because boy, the sexual harassment, assault, like especially of black women, especially of young black women,
Hmm.
especially ones in that world, that entertainment world. I mean, you hear how they used to talk about us in songs, like
I
it
mean,
was it was it's as if these women are not human beings. And
mhm.
so I think a lot of black women my age of hearing this and be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I remember how it was.